couldn't do this alone. I didn't really know what to expect from him in response, but he simply said, what you're feeling is real, and I'm here for you. That's it. Sounds straightforward, right? But his affirmation of my emotions was exactly what I needed to hear at that point. That human connection that I shared with him was what broke through the wall of torturous indifference that I had been plagued by for months. Other similar conversations that I'd had basically resulted in answers like, well, at least you're still passing all your classes, or personal favorite suggestion, have you tried therapy? Spoiler alert, I have. So one of the things that's been so difficult for me in this experience has been, I don't know how to talk about this. People who are hearing you talk about your problems don't want to hear you say, something's wrong and I don't know why, because what are they supposed to do with that? They want to hear about a tangible, solvable issue. So depression isn't fixable. I hate to tell you this. You're not going to be able to fix it. It doesn't have a good explanation. It doesn't have an easy solution. I avoided talking about it because I didn't want to make people feel uncomfortable. We're going to remember that now. So now that I realize that human connection can be the beginning of healing, I need to talk about this. So take the next couple of minutes to think about how you might be able to connect with someone in your own lives who might be going through something similar. People seem to think of depression as being blue because blue is associated with sadness. In my experience, it's gray. It's an unnatural bubble of indifference that swallows you up and drains every interaction, event, and activity of its meaning and its color and its ability to make you feel anything. Emotions are supposed to be sharp. They're supposed to drive you to do something in response to them. Depression is dull. It is this powerless, futile kind of pain that takes over your life completely, but also saps you of your ability to do anything in response. I want to be clear, my normal, no one's normal, everyone's normal, is not constant happiness. That would be ridiculous. My normal involves feeling happy at weddings and sad at funerals. But it is so much more than that. I have the ability, my normal, gives me the ability to feel bliss without life-changing success. It gives me the ability to feel upset about something without experiencing devastating loss. It gives meaning to this huge range of emotions, moments, and memories that you just don't get when you have depression. So, every time that I start to feel that kind of creep in again, it terrifies me. The thing is that the weddings and funerals of our lives don't make up the majority of the human experience. I mean, think about it. What actually matters, 95% of your emotional capacity, is going to be in response to the little things. Things like feeling your heart racing for a soccer game, or having your day ruined by a bad grade, or feeling indignant in response to an offhand hurtful comment that someone makes. When I started to notice the warning signs of this familiar creeping indifference that I was telling you about, this was about a year and a half ago, completely ignored it like a normal person. I was getting 4 to 5 hours sleep per night. I was busier than I'd ever been, and I don't really have any memories from this period because I simply didn't have any emotions. Nothing stood out. It's all blurred to me. So I was lying on my floor for hours every day staring at the wall because I could not move. Just couldn't move. And worst of all, I just felt empty. I also felt guilty though. I have had an awesome life. Not bragging. I've had an awesome life. I have a great family. I have really supportive friends. I've had amazing opportunities. I have no right to be depressed. But I am. And every time that it starts to creep back, I start to think that I'm going to fall into that hole, even if it's only a few minutes. Basically, it made me doubt everything about myself. Is this all in my head? Is it? Am I just a lazy and tired person? No, I'm not. But I would be lying if I told you that those questions didn't bother me on a regular basis. And that's exactly why we need to talk about this, because depression makes you doubt everything about yourself, and it is made so much worse when the rest of the world doubts you as well. And I already told you you can't fix depression, and that's okay. That is okay. But what you can do is connect and empathize with people who might also be struggling. So to do that, just listen. Don't try to offer solutions, don't try to offer suggestions, don't try to make anything better, just listen affirm whatever it is they're experiencing. Because this is part of the human experience. I don't speak for everyone who has had mental illness struggles, but this is part of the human experience, and I want us